Ethan's breath came in sharp gasps as he stumbled through the ruined streets of Ravenshade. The village had transformed into something even more twisted. Houses sagged like melted wax, streets buckled and cracked as if rejecting his presence. The fog thickened, curling around him in grasping tendrils. He had seen horror upon horror, but what had shaken him most was the revelation of his own past, the truth that had been buried deep within the cursed soil of this place. He had been here before, he had been part of this village, and he had left something behind. The whispers followed him, the voices of the forgotten ones slithering through the air, echoing off the distorted walls. You turned your back on us, Ethan. You abandoned your home. It's time to remember. A sudden force slammed into him from behind, sending him sprawling onto the cold ground. Pain flared through his ribs, but he barely had time to register it before a familiar voice cut through the fog. Get up! Olivia. He rolled onto his side and saw her standing there, her face pale, her expression hard with urgency. Behind her, shadowy figures emerged from the mist, their movements jagged and unnatural. They're coming, she said. We have to go. Now. Ethan forced himself to his feet, every muscle screaming in protest. Where? He rasped. Olivia hesitated only for a moment. The chapel. His blood ran cold. The chapel, the same one where he had seen the priest, the same place where reality itself had fractured. But before he could question her, the shadows lunged. Olivia grabbed his hand, and they ran. The chapel loomed ahead, its ancient doors standing ajar. The inside was barely lit by flickering candlelight, casting long, writhing shadows along the cracked stone walls. The air smelled of damp earth and something else, something metallic. Blood. As they stepped inside, Ethan's heart pounded against his ribs. The pews were empty, yet the feeling of unseen eyes watching them was overwhelming. The altar stood at the far end, the same as before, but now there was something different. A figure stood before it, draped in dark robes. The priest. Ethan clenched his fists. You, he hissed. The priest turned slowly, revealing the same stitched mouth, the same hollow eyes, but this time he raised a single bony hand and pointed at Ethan. You have returned, the priest rasped. The cycle nears its end. Ethan's stomach twisted. What cycle? What are you talking about? The priest stepped forward, his presence suffocating. The village remembers, even when you choose to forget. You belong to it once, and you belong to it still. Ethan shook his head. No, I left this place. The priest's voice darkened. But you left something behind. Ethan's breath hitched. His memories had been coming back in pieces, fragments that felt like broken glass against his mind. He had been here before. He had lived here. But what was it that he had left behind? Olivia's grip on his arm tightened. Ethan, she whispered. Look. He followed her gaze to the altar. His pulse skittered. There, resting upon the stone, was a small wooden box. He knew that box. He had buried it himself. As if drawn by some unseen force, Ethan stepped forward. The priest did not stop him. The air thickened with every step, pressing against his chest, his mind screaming at him to turn back. But he couldn't, not now. His fingers trembled as he lifted the lid. Inside, wrapped in decayed fabric, was a single blood-stained key. The moment he touched it, a surge of memories crashed into him. He saw flashes, laughter, warmth, the face of a woman he had loved. Then the fire, the screams, the darkness swallowing everything. He had locked something away, not just in the box, but within himself. The truth. The priest's voice was barely above a whisper now. It is time to unlock the door, Ethan. A deep rumble shook the chapel. The walls warped. The air itself seemed to pulse. Ethan clutched the key, his mind reeled. There was one last place he had yet to go, one last secret buried in Ravenshade, the house on the hill, and whatever lay behind that door was waiting for him.